Welcome. This is episode number 31. I'm Trey Farmer. As you can see, there was a blizzard last night in Georgia, and we got tons of snow, and everybody's stuck inside, and they can't go anywhere. Obviously, it's just a light misting of snow, but it is a big deal being from where I am from. Any kind of snow, ice is a big deal. So, the title of this episode is Waking Up. This week I turned 31. This episode is number 31. It's been a lot of realizations, and I want to start this off with saying, I've had a reoccurring dream for a while, or reoccurring thought of being in a dream, being in a nightmare, which is living with the health condition that I've been living with and not knowing how in the world it ever started, how it has continued, and how to go forward with it. I often ask myself in the morning when I'm achy, and that's an understatement. There's a lot of mornings where I'm just in so much pain, nerve pain, and then of course psychological starts being affected, and then it's a circle, and you start asking those questions. You start thinking, how did this ever happen the way it has happened? How did I ever get here? And gone through all the stages of grief, and I'm at a point now where I want to completely, and doing these videos has been beneficial. Last year when I started doing this, it's been very beneficial, I hope, for all of you, and it's cool because it's been helping me to cope with this as well, and to realize the bigger picture and the bigger meaning and the bigger purpose behind all of this. And it's not fun, and I'm not saying it is whatsoever, but there always seems to be a greater purpose, and I have been waking up to what that is. And even though oftentimes in the actual mornings I'm questioning everything, how did it ever get to this? Am I in a bad dream? Am I about to wake up again out of this dream? I've now come to a point where I want to fully accept and embrace what it is, and love every part of who I am, including this health condition and what's happened with this, and not just part of me, not just part of who I am, but the whole story. Totally embrace and love who I am, and living with this has been one of those things, and I encourage you to do the same thing, because we all are ridiculously beautiful in our own ways, and we all have so much to offer, and I could go on and on about that, but I'm going to stick to the message. And when you feel unwell, when you feel that achiness, when you feel the pain, when you have the whatever the symptom may be, I could go down the list of different things I've had, but all of us, we have different symptoms. So whatever it may be, it creates this contrast. We have now been able to see the contrast. So when things are good, when things are firing on all cylinders, and we're doing great, we're able to appreciate that more. I know I'm just totally able to appreciate it and love and I always talk about the present moment, because I truly mean that, and I feel that I'm able to appreciate it more because of the downs, because of those mornings where I do feel a certain way, or because of whenever it is during the day that I feel a certain way. When things are going better, I feel great, and I'm able to love those moments, and love the people that are around me, and enjoy my life more, as crazy as that sounds. And honestly, sometimes I think to myself that how did it ever get to that? But in a way, I am totally, completely thankful for that waking up, that realization, that awakening. The show must go on. That's what I'm trying to say. The show has to go on. And we have to, I know I have to learn, or I've had to learn, to emphasize the parts of me that are amazing. Like my dad told me the other day, and I love it because he just kind of skips all the, skips all the unneeded embellishments, the unneeded details of the matter, and just gets to the point. And he said, "You still have a lot to offer." Or, like I'm often really hard on myself with the music and everything, honestly, because I want to be better at what I'm doing. And my dad said, he always tells me, there can only be one of you. So even if this happens, or you feel this way about yourself, remember there's only one of you. And he's always told me that, and I've never fully understood what that means until I guess I'm getting a little older, getting a little more wisdom under my belt, and and it goes hand in hand with this video though. It's like waking up and realizing, and going back to our MS and our health, and it could be, this is applicable to so many health conditions and situations in life, just realizing that there's so much about us that is wonderful, and to embrace those parts. And I want to encourage you to do just that. And if you are feeling in pain, it might not be right when you wake up, but whatever's going on throughout your day, to remember that you are amazing, and that we all have a story, and your story is going to look different than my story. But I encourage you to not lose hope, to keep on keeping on, and to trust that everything's going to be okay. And I know oftentimes I've just needed to hear that. I've needed to hear that from someone. It's going to be okay. Even if we don't know all of how it's going to be okay, sometimes it just feels good to know that someone's been in the same situation, a similar situation, and to know that it's going to be okay. So for me, and I'm going to leave you with this, 8 years later, I was diagnosed when I was 22. I'm 31 now. And that's why I connected it all to episode number 31, turning 31 this week, waking up and learning how to live well with what I'm living with. I want to encourage you to live well, and to be strong, and to keep fighting, and to keep pushing forward. I love you. You matter. Together we can, and we will make it. The wind chill out here is really cold. Of course, I know if I lived in another part of the country, people would be like, "Oh man, 30, 31, 32 with some wind isn't that bad. What are you complaining about?" But again, for us, this snow, and I think this is a cool visual though, because going back to what I was saying earlier with the contrast, when things are good, you can really appreciate it, even if it's seemingly small, or used to be small to you, or seemingly small maybe to even other people. I don't know everybody's experience in their life, but I know with a health challenge like this one, there is something unique that happens in life, like maybe a little bit of snow, a little bit of difference, or feeling a little better, or something cool happens, good time with family, friends, a good event takes place, you're able to appreciate it more. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you're on the East Coast, stay warm. There's been a lot of snow throughout the East Coast. We got as you can see, a gigantic blizzard here in Georgia. But I encourage you to stay warm and be strong, and know that you're not alone in this. I love you. Have a good day.